The savanna is a deceptive place. At first glance, it looks like a painting gold grass, blue sky, and the occasional acacia tree breaking up the horizon. It looks peaceful, almost sleepy under the relentless glare of the midday sun. But that peace is a lie. This landscape is an arena, a coliseum that never closes. Every patch of shade hides a secret, and every rustle in the grass signals a potential ending or a new beginning. It is a world stripped of empathy, governed only by the brutal mathematics of survival. Eat or be eaten, run or die. On this particular afternoon, the heat is rising in shimmering waves from the baked earth. The air is dry, smelling of dust and dried vegetation. Most sensible creatures are hiding, tucked away in burrows or resting under the thick canopies of trees. But hunger does not respect the siesta. Hunger drives movement, even when the sun is at its peak. Moving through the tall, yellow stalks is a silhouette built for one thing: velocity. It is the undisputed champion of the sprint, a creature designed by nature to be a living missile. The body is slender, a rib cage that expands to hold massive lungs, legs that look too thin to support the frame, but are packed with explosive twitch muscle. The tail acts as a rudder, a counterweight for high-speed turns. This is the cheetah, the sports car of the animal kingdom. The predator is on the prowl. It walks with a distinct, bobbing rhythm, the shoulders rolling with every step. The amber eyes scan the horizon, filtering out the static of the blowing grass to lock onto movement. It is not looking for a fight. This animal is a specialist, not a brawler. It relies on speed, not strength. A broken bone or a deep scratch means the end of the career. So the target needs to be soft, slow, or small. And there, in a small clearing where the grass has been chewed down to the dirt, is the perfect opportunity. A family of warthogs is busy foraging. They look comical, almost like cartoons drawn by a child. They are sturdy, barrel-shaped creatures with skin the color of gray slate, covered in sparse, bristly hair. They shuffle around on their knees, a quirky habit that allows them to root through the soil with their flat snouts without bending the neck. It looks awkward, but it is efficient. They are digging for tubers, roots, and bulbs, grunting softly to one another. Among the group are the piglets. They are tiny replicas of the adults, little gray nuggets of energy that haven't quite mastered the art of staying still. They dart around, tails sticking straight up into the air like radio antennas. They are oblivious to the danger watching from the perimeter. To the predator, these little ones represent a low-risk, high-reward meal. They are not fast enough to outrun the sprint, and they are soft enough to be taken down without a wrestle. The hunter freezes. The spots on the coat blend perfectly with the dappled shadows cast by the grass. The body lowers, the belly fur brushing against the hot soil. The ears flatten. The calculation begins. The distance is about 60 yards. It is a bit far, but the element of surprise is on the table. If the launch is explosive enough, the gap can be closed before the targets even realize they are in a race. The tension pulls tight like a rubber band. The muscles in the hind legs bunch up, storing kinetic energy. The tail twitches once, a nervous tick of adrenaline. Then the snap. The cheetah explodes from the cover. It does not accelerate like a normal animal. It teleports. 0 to 60 happens in a heartbeat. The sound of paws hammering the hard earth is like a drum roll. Dirt flies up in the wake, creating a trail of dust that marks the path of the missile. The reaction in the clearing is instant chaos. The warthogs have poor eyesight, but the hearing is sharp. The sound of the rush hits them, and the panic button is smashed. The adults scramble, dust clouds erupting as they pivot on the spot. The piglets squeal, a high-pitched sound of pure terror, and scatter in every direction. The tails go up the universal flag of run away. The hunter has locked onto a straggler. One specific piglet has turned the wrong way, hesitating for a split second. That second is expensive. The cheetah narrows the focus, the eyes tunneling on the small gray shape. The gap shrinks. 40 yards. 20 yards. The predator is closing in for the trip, the swipe of the front paw that will knock the prey off balance. But the predator forgot to check the rearview mirror. One of the gray barrels does not run away. The parent, a solid tank of muscle and attitude, clocks the threat. The instinct to flee is overridden by a much darker, much more violent instinct. The sow stops, pivots on a dime, and faces the incoming blur. This is not a retreat. This is an interception. The mother warthog launches. It is not the graceful, fluid sprint of the cat. It is the charging run of a bulldozer. The head is lowered, putting the sharp, curved tusks front and center. These aren't just for digging roots. They are combat knives attached to a battering ram. The animal picks up speed, hooves churning the dirt, heading directly for the path of the cheetah. The cheetah is focused on the snack. It does not see the tank until it is too late. The intersection happens in a flash. The cheetah tries to correct, tries to pull up, but physics is a cruel mistress. Momentum carries the hunter forward. The warthog slams into the side of the action. The impact is visceral. It is the sound of meat hitting meat with the force of a car crash. The cheetah, lightweight and fragile, is not built for impact. It gets launched. The force of the warthog's charge lifts the cat off the ground, sending it tumbling through the air in a mess of limbs and spots. The grace is gone. The elegance is gone. It is just a pile of confused predator rolling in the dust. The warthog does not stop. The momentum carries the sturdy animal past the collision point, but the brakes are slammed instantly. The parent spins around, snorting loudly, dust puffing from the nostrils. The mane of bristles on the back stands straight up, making the animal look twice as big. The message is clear. Get up, and I'll hit you again. The cheetah scrambles to its feet. The sleek coat is covered in dirt. The pride is shattered. It shakes the head, dazed, trying to reorient the world. The hunter looks at the piglet, then looks at the enraged mother standing guard like a sentry turret. The math has changed. This is no longer a hunt. This is a potential hospital visit. The cheetah hisses, a low, spitting sound, but it is a bluff. The body language screams defeat. The tail is tucked. The posture is defensive. The predator backs away, eyes locked on the tusks that are currently pointed directly at the chest. The warthog takes a step forward, a sudden feint, and the cheetah flinches. That is the deciding moment. The cat realizes the game is over. With a burst of speed, this time used for escape rather than attack, the cheetah turns and bolts. It streaks away toward the safety of the tall grass, abandoning the meal, abandoning the clearing, just wanting to put as much distance as possible between itself and the angry tank. The mother watches the retreat. The animal stands there for a long moment, chest heaving, adrenaline still coursing through the system. The eyes track the spotted shape until it disappears completely into the shimmering heat haze. Only then does the posture relax. The bristles flatten slightly. The breathing slows. A soft grunt signals the all clear. From the bushes, the scattered piglets emerge. They are shaken, moving quickly to cluster around the legs of the parent. The one that was targeted is shivering, pressing close to the gray flank of the protector. There is a brief moment of nuzzling, a check-in to ensure everyone is accounted for. The family unit reforms. The heat continues to bear down. The flies return to buzz around the ears of the animals. The savanna returns to its deceptive silence. The warthogs go back to grazing, dropping to their knees to resume the search for roots as if nothing happened. But the dust still hangs in the air, a lingering testament to the violence that just occurred. It is a stark reminder of the rules of this place. Speed is a weapon, yes. Stealth is a tool. Absolutely. But sometimes, when the chips are down and the family is on the line, nothing beats the raw, reckless courage of a parent willing to turn into a projectile. The fastest animal on land was outpaced today, not by speed, but by sheer audacity. The clearing belongs to the pigs, and the hunter will go to sleep hungry, nursing a bruise and a bruised ego.